Hey guys, Phil Grove here, and I'm here to show you an AMPS deal. This is a house that we have in Texas, and my wife and I have this under contract, and I'm going to take you around and show you the inside of it. This is a home from a company called KB. They build pretty inexpensive homes in South and East Austin. And if you take a look at these houses, the thing that's common in these houses is it's just probably the very least dollar per square foot construction you can get. You know, this is a wood countertop. There's formica over there. Laminate floors. You can see the laminate floors are peeling up a little bit because once they get a little bit wet, this grade of laminate just peels right up. Very inexpensive oak cabinets. One of the ways you know these houses are inexpensive is that there's a minimum number of windows in the house. Like each room has pretty much one window. Some of the house has a little wear and tear. The owners had actually painted the house on their own. I guess they wanted some bright colors. They used some glossy paint. I will say that whenever we paint a house that we're going to sell, we always use flat paint. And the reason we always use flat paint is because it simply is more forgiving. It doesn't show any flaws. If you use glossy paint, every flaw in the wall, every dent or hole shows up like crazy. Inexpensive construction. There's no backsplash really at all behind the cabinets and countertops. Here's more of this glossy paint. Notice again, when you have glossy paint, the texture shows up like crazy, and any little flaws in the walls show up like crazy. That's again why we don't use glossy paint. This carpeting is the very least expensive carpeting made to man. It's literally like $1.25 square foot carpeting. Here's the master. Not a whole lot to look at here. There is a walk-in closet. It's a decent size house. And master bath, pretty much all prefabricated little cabinets. You know, here's a little laminate floor and a prefabricated tub. This is the master, which is the nicest room in the house. Here's the other upstairs bathroom. Again, same kind of laminate floor, or linoleum floor, I should say. Little one-piece bathtub, just one solid plastic tub, exactly one window, exactly one little cabinet, etc. Oh, see a little door damage there. And pretty much all the other bedrooms are similar. Notice every single light fixture in the house is the very cheapest. I mean, these are literally $6 to $8 light fixtures. They didn't even go for the $19 fan. Exactly one window, you know, one closet. The doors are all hollow core doors, and they're not even one panel doors. The hollow core doors are like $19. The 6-panel doors, which really look sharp, are like $19, which is $10 more. They wouldn't even go the extra 10 bucks for the nice door. These are the very least expensive little door pulls you can get. And if you go into the other bedroom, it's the same thing. Notice every TV in the house was left on. And if you look at the neighborhood, I'll point the camera out the window, pretty much every single house in the neighborhood is exactly the same. Now, these are not bad looking houses, but they're just very, very inexpensively constructed. They have the 20-year roof, which in Texas lasts maybe, if you're lucky, 12 years. It's all hardy plank construction. Some of the houses, like that one there, have a little brick upgrade on the outside. So they're not the worst looking houses, but they're just very, very inexpensive. So let me tell you about this deal. This is a house, and the owners want to sell. They need to move for family reasons, and they basically called 2 different realtors, and the different realtors looked at the house and said, you know, there's no equity in this house. There's nothing we can do for you. The only thing you can do is a short sale. And these particular people, well, guess what? They didn't want to do a short sale. They actually have good jobs and good credit, so they didn't want to go ahead and do a short sale. So the two realtors basically left them high and dry and didn't have any solution to their problem. So we came along and we said, you know, there's another option, and the other option is to assign your mortgage payments to a buyer. And by the way, we have tons and tons and tons of buyers you might want to assign your mortgage to. So that's exactly what we did. We basically found a buyer to assign their mortgage to. We actually put it in the REI Matcher and found several other buyers. On average, when we list a house for sale, we find on average about 12 to 14 buyers. Oh, I noticed a couple of other little problems here on this cabinet, right? Yeah. On average, we noticed 12 to 14 buyers for every one seller. So we found a buyer that was thrilled with the opportunity of taking over the payments on this house. And it was actually a buyer from another investor in the REI Matcher. So we're going to split the $10,000 down payment from that buyer and may even get them to bring a little bit more to the table. We're still working on that. Now, we actually got to double dip on this deal because this one was a little bit unusual in that the seller also has pretty good credit and they need to move for personal reasons. So we're actually helping them buy another house in another part of town. Our realtor's representing them as their buyer's agent, and they're buying a short sale property in another part of town. So we're going to get to double dip and get paid on that deal as well. So always look to see if they also need another house. It's one of the questions we ask in the Ultimate Seller Script that we teach with all the different training programs that we offer. So that's it. Pretty meat and potatoes AMPS deal in South Austin. In this particular neighborhood, by the way, we have made lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money over the years doing AMPS deals and short sales, because pretty much every house in this neighborhood did not go up in value. They're all cheaply constructed, and everybody got subprime loans in 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And because the houses never went up in value, every single person in this neighborhood basically has a house with little, no, or negative equity. And if any of them want to sell, they pretty much only have 2 or 3 options. Option 1 is bring a ton of money to the table. None of the people in this neighborhood have a ton of money. Option 2 is a short sale or foreclosure. Nobody really wants that if they can avoid it. Or option 3 is an AMPS deal. And that's exactly what the least worst option was for these people. So I'm Phil Grove. This is how you do an AMPS deal. By the way, if you've never learned about how to do an AMPS deal, we actually have a free video training series at www.ampsdeals.com. www.ampsdeals.com. If you go to that website, you can watch a little free video training series on how you too can do this deal over and over and over again. I'm Phil Grove. Thanks. Bye-bye.